What's up guys, Kids with Kicks here and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 16 Crystal Palace career mode. There are just 5 Premier League games remaining until the end of the season, so every game is essentially a must win and we will treat it as a cup final if we want to get into that top 4 and get Champions League football next season. We're starting here, as you can see, at the Liberty Stadium, taking on Swansea, a side that we have played here recently, and we did get the win in the FA Cup to help us progress. We put a very strong side out, Berahino leading the line, Balassi, Sinkraven, Kabai, Video, Coquelin. You see the squad there, it's really coming along quite nicely, and hopefully we'll have enough to see off the challenge of Swansea and pick up maximum points here today. But John Joe Shelby pulling strings early on in the middle, some neat link-up play between Barrow and Sigurdsson, forcing Butland into a magnificent stop early on in this game. From the resulting corner, Butland punches the ball away. Berahino is casual in possession, and again, this time Shelby, I think, with the effort, forcing Butland into another very, very good save. So we've got him to thank that the scores are still 0-0, but we managed to kind of gain a bit of a grip on this game. Daily Sinkraven having the effort. The keeper was like, he didn't seem too bothered by that shot. But it wasn't far away. We thought we'd get a penalty for that challenge there that you saw, but the replay in slow motion, it did appear that the defender got the ball. But Sinkraven was definitely the main threat, forcing the keeper into another good stop here with just half an hour on the clock. But it's shots from distance that we've been limited to. Swansea are a very compact, organised side, so it's difficult for us to try and break them down, but we're doing that again. Sinkraven is the main man. He's gone on a good run here, and he scores an individual effort. So when we're struggling to break teams down, it comes down to individual brilliance, and we've seen a moment of that there from this man, who's really come into form lately. You can see the Palace fans in that away end going absolutely crazy, but he just glides his way through the defence, and the finish was absolutely superb. But some bad news on the injury front, as Mark Bartra stayed down from that challenge, hoping that injury will not be too bad. He is a key player. He was a bit shaky at the start when we first brought him in from Barcelona, but now he's really kind of cemented his place in that back line. Eder with the final effort of the half, going hopelessly wide really. Butland didn't have to move, and we go in at half time with a 1-goal lead, a slender lead at that. You never know quite what you're going to get with Swansea. Obviously being behind, they know that they can come out and have a good go at us in the second half. But Video, real bit of magic here, finding Kabai, playing a nice 1-2, but the effort, he didn't connect as cleanly as he would have liked on that weaker left foot, and it went wide of the mark. But Video definitely in recent weeks has showed his class. That's why we brought him into the club. He was very good on FIFA 15 for me. I didn't think he'd be the same this year, but he's proven to be just as effective with his dribbling and skill moves. In the second half, Swansea, they kind of shut up shop a little bit. Pap Soare, you can see, not known for his long shot ability, but cutting in from that left back position, of course, in the absence of Grimaldo, who's also injured, and he had an effort from distance which went just wide. But I'm hoping that injury list doesn't continue to grow, and I'm hoping Mark Bartra, as I said, isn't out for a long time, because Grimaldo and Bartra are both starting players, and of course we are still in the FA Cup, so we're going to have some important games to play. Jamie Vardy there having the final effort of the game, I think, from distance. Nope, there is going to be more. I think volley from distance, really good effort. Vardy linking up with the short corner, finding Eric Dyer. He picked out Video, who will have the final effort of the game. There you go, you can see the final whistle has gone there, and we have picked up a vital 3 points in our quest for top 4 places. But you can see the injury for Mark Bartra. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Not the news we were hoping for. Obviously we're going to have to do our best to cover in his absence. Thankfully the squad this year is a lot better than it has been previously, and we've got a lot more strength in depth, so we have got adequate cover. But now, as you can see, it's the FA Cup semi-final time, and we're back at Wembley, the venue where we recently lifted the Capital One Cup. Really pleased to get some silverware. Hopefully we can get another win here and progress through to the final, where a challenge of Manchester United or Arsenal will await. So it's going to be tough. This effectively is a final in itself. When you get to Wembley, you have to treat it that way. You can see the squad we're putting out there. Jamie Vardy leading the line, of Berahino not being on form lately. Sinkraven starting, have been rewarded for his recent performances, with Video obviously out wide as well. But we attacked early, the ball was chipped over the top. Jamie Vardy being chased by Bassong, who slightly mistimed his tackle. Free kick was given. It's going to give us the opportunity to put the ball into the box, but to everybody's surprise, the referee came over and brandished a straight red card. Now that is extremely harsh in the 6th minute of a game of this magnitude. Sebastian Bassong has seen red for a fairly innocuous challenge. It's not malicious, it's just a little bit mistimed. Not going to do Vardy any harm, but That obviously opened up the game for us, but also put us under a little bit of pressure as well. You can see all the space behind the Norwich defence. We kind of didn't get our final ball right on that occasion, but you can see the space we've got in behind here as Jamie Vardy races away, hits one left-footed, goes inches over the crossbar, and like we had a few chances and you kind of got the feeling it was just going to be one of those days. Even though they had 10 men, Norwich continued to go forward. Mbakani picking out the man here, and Butland with a superb reaction save to keep Norwich out at the other end. But they continued to come forward, as I said. This time it's Mariappa. Look at that challenge from Balassi, and then that one as well from Sincraven. Two awful challenges going unpunished. That one there's no place for that on a football pitch. Referee gave nothing. And then this one, he comes flying in straight through the back. Even though the lino was flagging for a foul, the referee ignored him. So feel like the ref is very much on our side, particularly after sending Basong off as well. But just before half time, Coquelin has a chance to give us the lead as we continue to pour men forward. Obviously we had the freedom now, if you like, with the man advantage to change to an attacking style of play and really commit bodies forward without having to worry too much. But still 0-0, we were starting to get a little bit concerned because it only takes one chance for Norwich to punish us, which they very nearly did here, and then we are completely up against it with time ticking away. We're inside the last half an hour of this game now, and you can see Norwich in possession once more. It's a good challenge from Hector Bellerin to win it back. Daly Sincraven picks up possession. Obviously he scored a superb individual goal at Swansea. This time he picked out Bellerin. Probably not the man you want a chance like that to fall to. On his left side as well, hits the side netting. So a double change. Berahino and Joe Ledley coming in. Hopefully they can offer us something a bit fresh and we can go on to get the winner. Just ticking, clock still ticking down, 20 minutes to go now, but some brilliant build-up play here. Feeds the ball into Cabaye. It's a great turn and he smashes the ball into the bottom corner. Cabaye, been one of our most dependable players throughout this series so far, and on the big occasion he's delivered again. Captain Fantastic, as he's known. A really, really good finish, and that kind of knocked the stuffing out of Norwich. They realised at this point the game was probably a lost cause for them, because straight from kick-off Berahino got involved and very nearly made it too. It's a superb save from Keane to keep us out, but you can see another fairly innocuous challenge, not a lot of contact there, just a good bit of strength, and the referee awarded another free kick, and Cabaye just smashed this one across goal. Any kind of touch and that ball would have ended up in the back of the net. Then you can see now time really ticking down. We're deep into injury time. Video and Coquelin still coming forward. Video's got men in the box, decides to pull the trigger and makes it 2-0, puts the game beyond doubt, and we have booked another date at Wembley. So playing there for the third time this season. This time we'll be facing either Arsenal or Manchester United in the final of the most prestigious cup competition in football, the FA Cup. Chance to get another piece of silverware. Deep into, obviously, stoppage time, as I said. A free kick for Norwich. Chance of a consolation. It didn't happen, and the full-time whistle goes. Wembley, a happy hunting ground for us once again. We pick up a 2-0 win, although we did make hard work of it. Norwich done very, very well to play 84, 85 minutes of that game, a man down. But as you can see, Arsenal are the team that we will be facing. They've beaten Manchester United 4-3 on penalties, and we will be facing the London side at Wembley. But bit of prize money, bit of good news there. But on the bad news, it's Seydou Berahino. He's picked up an injury and he will miss the remainder of the season, so he will not be involved in that cup final or the final 5 league games this season. Absolute nightmare for him. You can see we're down in 6th place at the moment, with 5 league games to play. I thought there was 5 at the beginning of this episode before the Swansea game. I must have been mistaken. Now there are 5 league games left to play. We are a point behind Arsenal in 5th and 2 points behind Manchester United in 4th. Also closing the gap on Everton. They're in 3rd place, just 5 points behind us as well. So Liverpool behind us in 7th. 3 points behind us. And that sounds like a lot of numbers that I'm reading out there, but literally any one of us, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clubs really are fighting for this 3rd and 4th place Champions League spot. So it's all kicking off. It's all down to the business end. As we say, no slip-ups can be afforded now, and it's very tight at the bottom as well. Sunderland, West Ham and QPR all level on points down there. Sheffield Wednesday floating precariously above the drop zone as well. So all to play for, and an FA Cup final to look forward to as well. But that's going to bring this one to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you again next time.